Membership of 13,193 members, we have improved the percentage of ladies from a paltry 8% a couple of years ago when I was joining the council to today standing at 14% who are women engineers. The story does not end there. 41% of the IEK council are women engineers. This is evidence that IEK has given women engineers a platform for growth to realize their potential. Our regulation of the industry is a paltry 15 to 20%. From various reports from NBI, IEK, NCA, and this tells you that 80% the unregulated sector represents lost opportunities for engineers. It's our collective responsibility to make sure we achieve effective regulation. We have no say in key policy decisions as engineers, and for that reason, mega contracts are signed by the Treasury without our involvement. Engineers are considered spanner boys, only good at implementation and not conceptualization. We have continued to make noise on this issue, that contracts are going to be signed in Beijing or elsewhere with non-involvement of engineers. And then the contracts allow for international firms to execute construction projects in our country, and Kenyan engineers are spectators. Our fourth challenge remains opportunities that can be taken up by Kenyan engineers being taken up by engineering firms. Just yesterday evening, I received a message from one of engineers, and he was asking me, could you inquire from the powers that be why the designs of Nairobi-Nakuru-Mau Summit Highway, PPP, can't be done by experienced Kenyan engineering firms? Why would Ministry of Transport and KENHA not require that we, Kenyan engineers, do complete designs? We have also witnessed receding influence in the public space, and this is also something that we must work to reverse as engineers. Your Excellency, research increasingly shows that organizations with diverse leadership perform better, not just socially, but financially. Emotional intelligence and high adaptability quotient enhances team performance, especially in complex environments like engineering. We must also embrace new frontiers. These have been equally highlighted by other speakers: AI, digitalization and the transformation thereof, sustainability, and women must not be spectators in this space. They must be leaders. I want to urge all of us to celebrate the journey we have traveled, but more importantly, the journey ahead. Engineering in Kenya has made tremendous progress. I joined the council in 2018, and I can tell you we have increased our visibility. We have seen the scale of fees enacted. We have seen a couple of instruments enacted to our benefit.
In infrastructure that works for all. For public transport system, the housing to housing, from market stalls to boreholes, our infrastructure must consider women, children, and the elderly, and persons with disabilities. It has been said before, but when it is repeated, it doesn't mean it is boring, it only says it is important. So we'll keep on repeating. In Africa, I would say I'm widely traveled in Africa. And when you go to countries like Botswana, the engineers in Botswana who are doing the roads, machines, whatnot, most of them are Kenyan engineers. The same thing in Namibia. I've seen them in Swaziland. I've seen them in Lesotho. And even saw them in Zambia and Malawi and Angola and Zimbabwe and so forth. That expertise that we have, that we've learned here, let us use it internally here to create and improve our lives. It takes a long time to educate engineers, to make the engineers. Let's not export our brains. Let's use them here first. And when we are satisfied we have done everything we need, then we can export. There are many go-downs in Nairobi. These go-downs are full of imported goods. The go-downs are not factories, they are not manufacturing anything. They are storing imported goods. Those are engineering products. I know you like imported goods, but that is why we don't have our people getting jobs in the country, because we are not manufacturing, we are importing. I know their jobs, and I know we are doing a lot more, but still there is room for improvement. There is room for expansion. And therefore, the women engineers, the ball is in your court. Encourage others. Encourage them. Mentor them. Let us get more professionals. Get more professionals. I know also that this profession of engineers is invaded. I looked at your mission there to enhance professionalism and welfare in engineering practice for service to humanity. That is your mission today, isn't it? But we have so many quacks, pretenders in this industry. I think here, Mr. President, I think here you'll have to help our people so that we eliminate the quacks who masquerade as engineers in this profession. They can still go to college, go to school and learn, but let them not take the society. That's why they make roads that when it rains, the road disappears. That's why they put up buildings that when something else happens, the building comes down, tumbling down.
We have invested as a country very well in engineering training, but we have 40% of our graduate engineers lacking jobs. And guess who gets the brunt of that unemployment? It is the young women graduate engineers. We have done our statistics, and we have found that they are even more unemployed than the gentlemen. The first one is unemployment, underemployment of engineers in this country. We have invested as a country very well in engineering training, but we have 40% of our graduate engineers lacking jobs. And guess who gets the brunt of that unemployment? It is the young women graduate engineers. Mega projects, but very little participation by all engineers of all genders, of all ages. We have the global trade wars. They are issues, unless we position ourselves as engineers in this country, we are going to lose out on this big time. We have a lot of foreign engineers practicing in this country.
Yet today, women represent less than 20% of the engineering workforce in Kenya. And an even lower proportion in leadership and specialized technical roles. This is unacceptable. We have taken concrete steps to address gender imbalance and build a stronger, more inclusive engineering ecosystem. At the highest level, our governance structure reflects this commitment, with 1% of independent board members who are women, and our